word of Adonai came to me, human being, turn your face toward the people of Ammon and prophesy against them. Say to the people of Ammon, hear the word of Adonai Elohim. Adonai Elohim says, because you gloated when my sanctuary was profaned, the land of Israel was laid waste, and when the house of Yehudah kept into exile, I will let the people from the east take possession of you. They will set up camps and build their homes among you. They will eat your fruit and drink your milk. I will turn Rabbah into a camel pasture, and Ammon into a sheepyard. And you will know that I am Adonai. For here is what Adonai Elohim says, because you clapped your hands and stamped your feet, full of malicious joy over the land of Israel, I'm going to stretch you out. I'm going to stretch out my hand over you and deliver you as plunder to the nations. I will cut you off from being a people and cause you to cease from being a nation. I will destroy you. Then you will know that I am Adonai. Adonai Elohim says, because Moab and Seir say, the house of Yehudah is like all the other nations, I will expose the flank of Moab and with all its cities, that is, all the cities of its frontier, the glory of the land, Beit Yeshimot, Baal-Man, and Kiriatim, together with the people of Ammon, to the people from the east, whom I will let take possession of them. Thus the people of Ammon will not be remembered as being one of the nations. And I will execute judgment on Moab, and they will know that I am Adonai. Adonai Elohim says, because Edom has taken severe vengeance against the house of Yehudah, incurred much guilt by acts and vengeance against them, therefore Adonai Elohim says, I will stretch out my hand over Edom and eliminate both its humans and its animals. I will make it a ruin. From Taman to Dedan, they will die by the sword. Moreover, I will lay my vengeance on Edom, and through my people Israel they will treat Edom in accordance with my anger and my fury. They will know my vengeance, says Adonai Elohim. Adonai Elohim says, because of the Plishtim have acted out of vengeance, taking revenge and destroying with malice of heart due to their long-standing hatred. Therefore Adonai Elohim says, I will stretch out my hand over the Plishtim, eliminate the Keriti, and destroy the rest of the seacoast peoples. I will execute great vengeance on them with fury and punishments. They will know that I am Adonai when I lay my vengeance on them. On the first day of the month, in the 11th year, the word of Adonai came to me. Human being, since Zor has said against Jerusalem, ha, she is shattered, the gateway of the people. Now that she is ruined, her riches will be mine. Therefore Adonai Elohim says, look, Zor, I am against you. Just as the sea churns up its waves, I will churn up many nations against you. They will destroy the walls of Zor. They will demolish her towers. I will scrap its soil from her and reduce her to bare rock. The sea all around her, she will be a place for drying fish nets and a plunder for the nations. I have spoken, says Adonai Elohim. Her daughters on the mainland will be put to death with the sword. Then they will know that I am Adonai. Here is what Adonai Elohim says. I will bring up Zor from the north, Nebuchadnezzar, king above all, king of kings, with horses, chariots, cavalry, and great powerful army. Your daughter on the mainland, he will put to death by the sword. He will build siege towers against you. He will build a ramp against you, raise a screen of shield against you. He will pound your walls with its battering rams and break down your towers with his axes. His horses are so many that their dust will cover you. Thunder of cavalry wagons and chariots will shake your walls. As he enters your gates like men storming a city through a beach, the hooves of his horses will trample your streets. You will put your people to the sword and pull the ground of your massive standing stones. They will seize your wealth, loot your wars, break down your walls, destroy your fine houses, and they will throw down your stones and timber and even your dust into the sea. I will put an end to your singing, the sound of your lyres. Be heard no more. I will reduce you to bare rock. You will be a place for drying fish nets. You will never be built again, for I, Adonai, have spoken, says Adonai Elohim. To Tzor, Adonai Elohim says, how the coastlands will shake at the sound of your fall, when the wounded groan when the slaughter takes place in you. Then all the princes of the sea will step down from their thrones. They will put aside their robes and strip off their embroidered garments. They will clothe themselves with trembling. They will sit on the ground, trembling all the time, appalled at your condition. And they will raise this lament for you. How have you been destroyed? You who peopled seas, city so renowned. Once so strong at sea, you and your inhabitants who used to spread terror all over the mainland's inhabitants, now the coastlands tremble all the day of your downfall, and the island of the sea are the shock of your end. Here is what Adonai Elohim says. When I make you a ruined city like other inhabited cities, when I bring the deep sea over you and its mighty waters cover you, and I will bring you down and those who descend to the pit, to the people long ago, make you live in underworld places, like those who were ruined long ago, with those who descended to the pit, so that you will be uninhabited. When I give glory to the land of the living, I will make you horrible. You will cease to exist. People will seek you, but never more find you, says Adonai Elohim. The word of Adonai came to me. You, human being, raise this lament for Tzor. Say to Tzor, located at the gateways of the sea, merchant for peoples of the coastlands, that Adonai Elohim says, Tzor, you have said, my beauty is perfect. Your borders are in the heart of the sea. Your builders perfected your beauty. They used cypress logs from Sneer to fashion all your planking. They took cedars from Lebanon to make masts for you. Out of oaks from Bashan, they made your oars. Your decks are made of ivory, inlaid in larch from the coastlands of Kittim. Richly woven linen from Egypt was used for your sail, which was also your banner. Blue and purple from the coast of Elisha was used to cover your deck tent. The people of Didon and Arvad served you as oarsmen. Your own skilled men, Tzor, were there at your pilots. The leaders of the craftsmen of Gaval sealed the cracks between the boards. Every seagoing ship and its crew came to you to trade in your wars. Men of Paraz, Lud, Put were mercenaries in your army, hanging shield and helmet on you. They showed off your splendor. Men from Arvad, your own army, were posted around on your walls. The Gemadim were in your towers. They hung their shields all around your walls, making your beauty perfect. Tarshish did business with you because of the quality of the variety of your resources. They exchanged silver, iron, tin, and lead for your goods. Greece, Tuval, Meshich traded with you, exchanging slaves and articles of bronze in your wars. The people of Targama traded for your merchants with horses, horsemen, and mules. The men of the Don traded with you. Many coastlands were your customers, giving you ivory tusk and ebony in payment. Ram traded with you because you were so wealthy. For your goods were exchanged green fieldspar, purple stuff, embroidery, fine linen, coral, rubies. Yehuda, the land of Israel, also traded with you, exchanging for your goods wheat, millet, honey, olive oil, resin for healing. Because you were so wealthy, such a variety of value of merchandise, Dimasi traded wine, Helbon, and white wool with you. Vadan and Yavan from Uzal traded ironwork, Kisar, aromatic cane from your goods. Dedan traded with you riding gear. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar were your customers, were your goods that traded lambs, rams, and goats. The traders of Shva and Rama exchanged the best quality spices, all kinds of precious stones, gold, and your goods. The merchants of Haran, Canaan, Eden traded also with Shva, Ashur, Gilmad, brought you in exchange for your goods, rich clothes, cloaks made of blue material and embroidery, and cedar-lined chests filled with multicolored clothing and bound with cords. Tarshish ships transported your imports and exports. So you were full, loaded down, surrounded by the sea. Your oarsmen brought you through heavy seas. But the east wind will break you, surrounded by the sea. Your riches, your goods, your merchandise, your crew, your pilots, your ship stealers, your traders, and your warriors abroad, and all the others in the ships will sink, surrounded by the sea on the day of your shipwreck. When they hear the cries of your pilots, the mainland coast will tremble. Oarsmen, crew, and pilots will disembark and stand on the shore, mourning aloud at your fate, crying bitterly, throwing dust on their heads, rolling in the ashes, shaving their heads bald for you, wrapping themselves in sackcloth with heartfelt bitterness, weeping for you in bitter lamentation. Wailing, they will rise and lament for you. This will be their lament for you. Woe anywhere in the sea has ever been silenced like Zor. When your wars come forth in the seas, you satisfy many peoples. With your vast wealth and variety of goods, you enrich the kings of the earth. Now you have been wrecked by the waves, sunk by the watery depths. Your merchandise and all your people have gone down with you. All who live along the coast are aghast at you. Their kings are horribly afraid. Their faces are convulsed. The merchants among the peoples are grasping at your fate. You are an object of terror. You will cease to exist.